in that opening scene, the opening sequence with the ship going down, getting destroyed with Lieutenant Commander Sisko and J.G. Hertzler as the Vulcan
the
captain.
scariest Vulcan ever.
And they also had a Bolian security officer. But that opening sequence was just phenomenal. That gets you hooked from the very beginning. So I don't know what Star Trek fans really, if they had a problem with that immediately because it didn't feel like Star Trek. I don't really know too much about that. But I know when I first saw it, I was like blown away. I was like, this is the best in Star Trek episode I've ever seen.
Just to touch upon what you just said there, and then hear what Cirroc felt by the beginning as well. But you just expressed how much potential you saw on the show. I remember hearing from fans when I started going to conventions, the opposite. It's not going anywhere. So what they saw is stuck on a station and not trekking to uncharted areas, right? So it's interesting how you saw something different than others did. I'm almost positive Malissa, my wife, would echo what you just said. Those kind of potentials, and I thought they did a fantastic job of slowly bringing in all the pieces
and characters.
Feel like exposition. Oh, hi, I'm the science officer. Oh, hi, I'm the Bajoran first officer. There wasn't any exposition. Everybody was brought in.
Yeah, with a flow.
Yeah, with a really good flow. And especially that little thief, that was probably...
Yeah, he was amazing. I think that what I thought stood out for me was the tension. Right away, there was this, tension. There was this terrible, tragic loss of life. So you start off on such big conflict and seriousness. So right away, it's like, oh, Sisko loses his wife. Oh, he's face to face with Picard, and really talking to Picard, I think, in a way that nobody had before.
I loved that scene.
And I think the way he challenged Picard really made him stand out as captain-worthy material, because we had never seen anybody, kind of check Picard in that kind of a way, where he said, in
the meantime, sir.
Yeah, exactly. But with class and under the rules of chain of command, he still engaged him with his own level of authority, because he was such deeply affected by the tragedy that we had seen. So I think Avery really did a great job as far as conveying that message that, I'm my own man. I'm going to make decisions for myself. I don't care what protocol is. This is life or death for me now. And I have to make the decision that's right for me and my family. So I don't care about what you think I should be doing.
Yeah.
I'm going to do what I think I should be doing. And I thought that was really kind of unprecedented for the beginning of a show, starting out with just that kind of conflict.
Yeah. And what was great about that is he starts in one place, right? That this is not conducive to raising a son. And that's his number one priority, raising you. So it demonstrated not only a strong Starfleet officer, but somebody that actually put parenting before his job.
That's right. That's another thing that brought on the potential, was that this brought on the family element that hadn't been present before. Deep Space Nine, above almost anything, was about family. And it begins and ends with Cirroc and Avery, that there was that family bond from the moment that the show started all the way, throughout. That was the through line to the very end.
And I just want to say this in the relationship. One of the things, because you brought up Avery, I loved how he changes when he's with you, Jake, than when he's with everybody else. There is a very apparent change in his demeanor and his energy. and it's just wonderful to watch from one actor to another. How Avery, with you, there's this, you're my son, I'm your father, and I love you with everything, to I'm commander, and now I'm in charge, and I have to get all this together. You really see that difference. It wasn't.
Yeah, Avery really conveyed, once again, credit to him, how he conveyed these different feelings and emotions in very subtle ways. Like you said, his interaction with me brought out a softer, very fatherly side. And then when you see him go away from that, he's this leader, thoughtful, willing to, take calculated risks and do brave things. But then you see him on the other end, and he's so vulnerable when he's with me.
Yes. Excellent word. And you know what's also, he's not going there and he's not coddling you either. When you're complaining about your bed, he's all, Jake, we got to step up. This is where we're at now. All right. He's still being a parent.
A parent.
Right. Oh, is that when Jake goes, okay, and he goes, okay.
Melissa was watching it with
Dad. He's cool, Dad.
Melissa was watching with me, and she loved your reaction when he smiled at you, because she said it was honest. You didn't smile back, or you did slightly right at the end, but you didn't go, okay. You were still, and she loved that small little moment of honesty. And
Cirroc, that's a good point. Did he do things a little differently between takes that every once in a while would give you those like genuine reactions? Like
always. And I mean, that second okay was added. That wasn't wasn't in the script.
He does that.
Yeah, that little mimic, that mocking me, where he's playfully mocking me. That's him. He made that. He brought that on the spot. Okay,
wow.
Beautiful.
So that's him.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. No.
He did that to me on Heart of Stone, when and I loved it. We were doing that scene, and I'm fighting with him because he wants to know why do I want to go to Starfleet so bad. And in rehearsal, he never grabbed me. He never once touched me. And then when we were rolling and we come around and he goes, tell me, Nog. And he grabs me and pulls me in. And I remember like this was yesterday. I remember going, oh, yeah, this is awesome. You're just living in the scene. And I loved working with Avery because he literally was always in that moment. And I can't wait to hear your little tidbits and stories as we watch these shows, like you just shared with that okay was added, because you see the relationship between you two on screen that's so strong. And I know watching it off screen, watching you two. And I'll be honest, I was always a little bit like, can I come? I want to be with you guys.
And not once did Cirroc ever go, I want to be with the Ferengi family.
No, but they were so tight, Ryan. Mm-hmm. They were so tight. And it's that love that you saw. I think Avery, as you mentioned this, and you will tell more about it, he really took you under his wing. He really brought you in to him in his life and looked out for you. And I saw that off screen, and you definitely see it on screen,
Yeah, and he said he's also, to his credit, there's different kinds of actors, and there's some kinds that try to overpower you in the scene and try to dominate, and then there's some that give you like rope so you can do your thing.
Yeah,
and Avery was the type of person that always gave so you had the opportunity to shine in your own scene. He wasn't really concerned about, because he could easily take over a scene and really just dominate it to the point where you're like almost scared and shy.
Yeah,
if he wanted to, it's like Shaq. Shaq could easily, barrel his way into and dunk every single time and clear out space, but he's a gentle big man. He's not trying to. He's not trying to give you 45 stitches over your eye, which he could.
Yeah.
But that's what I felt like with Avery. He was always giving in that way and always trying to make sure that I felt comfortable in the scene and that I was prepared to do my work and I had all the conditions that are you you got your lines, you're ready. Do you need you want to rehearse? He would run lines all the time, and for the star of the show to take out in between take time to run lines with other people, that's not common.
Armin did that too.
Armin did that,
and Max.
But it's not a common thing.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I've worked on other things, and everybody goes back to their dressing room. Nobody's hanging around running lines for the next scene.
Yeah, I wouldn't run lines with you. I was like, no, I got it. I'm good.
Well, I actually asked. That was a request of mine, but that's separate.
Little known fact about Shaq, he loves his double doubles at In-N-Out Burger.
That's good to know. It's good to know.
Like 4 double doubles one time on a shoot. But Aaron's like, why are you telling us?
That's a crazy segue there.